There's only one left. I got down. One down. I'm gonna go finish this guy just in case. Okay, stick together. Yep. There it is.
Hello again, everyone. Last week's video was a little depressing, and when making it, I was very much on the fence about what my next steps should be. I knew I didn't want to give up on Apex Legends. What I didn't know was how much my stressing about getting a good game, getting a good team, getting good content worth sharing was getting in the way of me just relaxing and having a good time. So clearly, a quick gut check was just what I needed to get my head right. Got a nice win in that opening scene and a strong group finish with this second game. The big lesson learned is just to have fun, enjoy the game, and don't play tilted. If you're enjoying the content, please give it a like and remember to subscribe. Thanks everyone for your support, and I'll catch y'all later. So me and my team landed at my original
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
drop spot on land, and it's not at the wall, but it's very close to the wall and has good options for evading if we have people who drop around us. So it's a good spot I like to come to.
Yeah, we can.
We also, it gives us a good vantage point into wall because a lot of people like to watch wall, and allows us to decide if we want to push in or not. And we pushed in on this team and got a couple knocks here, a couple kills. And there's one last Horizon who's just doing a damn good job keeping us on our toes and drawing us away. I mean, this is almost pro level. She used her Q to get up over to here just to pull us away, only for her to go back and grab her teammates' banners. Unfortunately for the Horizon, though, we now have the high ground and are able to take shots at her. She's also very elusive. You saw me just miss all my shots there, and just an ultimate pain in the ass, really, is what it came down to be.
Got him now. I got a pain in the ass, to say the least.
So we get that group wiped up, and we are on our way to get into zone. This spot right here, this little building is where I land pretty much every time on this map. It's got zip lines up, it's got the cannon going down, and it just kind of gives you a good ways of getting around the map quickly if you need to. And it usually has a recon beacon on top, which we hit. So communicate with the team. We can see here that there's only one team right on the edge.
We don't really have any teams
along our path to circle.
Other than that
one. So we were pretty confident that we'd be able to pretty much run uncontested to circle and not have any real fights, knowing that majority of the teams that are not within circle are
I kind of feel like everyone's
going to work towards their pinch most likely, and not take some weird route to where we would be at.
Is already moving into zone. They might defend, but
so it allows us to come down here to
feel like we have to fight through here,
this area, and Cascade Falls, and get some additional loot.
Mama's got you now.
Got me ultimate, mate. Ring closes in 45.
I've been working a lot on my inventory management, and ultimately I want to have all my slots full. But granted, I have a pretty large bag here, so I have a lot of availability. But I want to carry anywhere from 4 to 6 bats, 4 cells, 4 syringes, and 2 med kits. That's kind of what is my comfort level. I don't also want to have 3 to 4 stacks of ammunition. And for my secondary gun, maybe have 2 stacks of ammunition. But knowing that I'm having 2 light ammo guns, it allows me to kind of consolidate a little bit further. And having the
already have
G7
one,
Scout
guys.
being semi-auto, I'm not going to be burning a lot of bullets with that gun. So I'm kind of keeping it to 4 stacks. But really, whenever
Another
I'm
team right
looking
here.
to loot, the first things I want to check the box of is making sure that I have those health items. So real quick, this is the team. I'm missing all my shots, but this is the team that we saw on my scan, and we ran over to this area just to cover it, knowing that we'd have high ground. And glad that we did, because this team, not knowing we were up here, ended
Coming up
up
the zip.
pushing up to us, and we were able to fend them off.
Is that all of them?
I did a horrible job shooting, which is fine.
I've got
My
one
teammates
assist.
cleaned
What
up the
about you?
kills. My
What do you-
EMP didn't hit any of them, or at least their shields were cracked before my EMP was able to do any damage to them. We can't
You
seem
check down
to
here.
locate the third person in this group, and so using the drone too. Just make sure no one's
anyone down
sitting
here?
down here that could come up behind us. And knowing that we can't see anyone, we go
Whatever
back
you wanna
to
do.
our original route, which is just kind of which is staying left of this rock. It gives us clear cover from
Where'd their team go?
that POI over to the right, and lots of ledges and stuff to move through.
Joan didn't pick them up. Man, that
We-
nice.
Didn't know what happened to that team, and as we kind of turned the corner, we found out where they ended up. I get no love in this excursion. I think our third teammate here is able to kind of clean everybody up.
Yep.
We got zone really close, so I'm fine throwing a heat shield. Also, this little hut we're in is kind of hiding our heat shield, so people aren't really going to see us in here and gatekeep us as we move out of the storm here in the next 20 seconds.
No, we're close. I'm running.
So knowing when I have all the health items that I
This
want,
guy's not shit for loot, man.
it depends on the player. Like if I'm playing crypto, I will be actively looking for ultimate accelerants, but essentially I am keeping my eyes on the prize for
Supplies here.
just any better attachments, but mainly if I'm blindly grabbing, I'm grabbing ammo and grenades. It's one of those things where I
When
can
you
always
look
drop ammo
towards
and get
the-
ammo later, but I always want to make sure I have enough ammo. There's been too many times where I've been
Yeah.
short of ammo.
I cracked an enemy shield. Firing.
So we are trying to continue to circle here, and there's 2 teams up here battling.
Deploying me knuckle cluster.
I just got
Oh, I
smoked
was
by this
flush on-
person.
I'm down. I was flush on somebody. I'm down.
Not sure even what.
I'm
Oh,
being
they were
helped.
using a sniper on me. Must have landed the headshot, but I was not expecting to take that amount of damage right there, or I would have fallen back to cover. I don't have the drone out here, which is kind of interesting.
Are they moving out?
Would have been very useful, but I think in the time being, I was more focused on shooting, and then got to the position to where I was unable to use the drone. Teammate throws down a jump tower, which is nice. I don't know where this team got off onto. We didn't get any knocks, but we know that with this jump tower, it's going to allow us to push ahead of these people, which I believe are right below us
Team to our left.
as we're flying over here. And we're able to play this position with Storm on their back. I was able to hit one person with that EMP. This person, I believe, is already cracked, so it
Down
Didn't
one
do-
to the left.
was no shield there for them to get hit. I wanted to throw shots into their heat shield there, but Storm is starting to do some damage, so we just try to play patiently and wait for the team to, because they're going to have to run out here and take storm damage.
Charging my shields.
I wasn't in a very good spot. I don't know why I was playing down here, but there's actually a third team,
Yeah.
a fuse up over
That
there
came
on
from over here.
I don't know what the POI's call them, but up there over there on the tower, just shooting clusters at us. No real immediate threat, if anything. He's just kind of draining our resources down, which is a good play by him, annoying
We
for
are
us.
in circle.
But
Enemy squads left. Don't whinge now. We got this.
meanwhile,
Yeah.
we're trying to have a conversation here, but we have to kind of keep moving to keep the fuse from
They're
chipping away at us too
way
much.
over here.
Shield battery.
I want to move up to this treed area. I feel like that's going to be the ultimate spot for us to get set up for our next position. It's got a lot of cover. It's very dark in there, so that kind of increases your cover.
Guys, we need to
And,
like an advantageous position.
a lot of
to get
angles that
to,
we
'cause
can
they're got the crossover
look
ground
out
to
of
get to
from
zone.
there to allow us
Over here.
not to get
Don't worry. I'll
pinned
be
down.
there.
Hold on. I wanna.
Knowing that there's two other
He's running
teams,
up
I want
here.
to make sure we're not running up into somebody. So again, get the drone out. I know that there's a team over to the left, and so I'm trying to find the team here to the right. Obviously,
All right, we got two over
they're making
here.
themselves very well known, but I can at least count that there are 3 in this squad. And I'm communicating that back to the team.
Guys, let's just try not to get in the middle of this.
What I like about this play here, about this position at least,
We got two other teams,
is
right?
if you
So
think
how we make them
about
fight
the
each other,
positions
let's think
of
about
the
this.
other 2 teams and draw lines in between us, it kind of creates a triangle. And the team
wait.
to the left here is
You just wait.
the most
Yeah.
out of position, or at
The
least
team
we'll
to the
have
left
Storm
has
to
to cross-
contend with, and it'll
ha-
put them in
Our team
a
to the left
less
has to cross
favorable,
open
defendable
ground to get
position.
to us. So
The
they're
team to the
probably-
right will still have some form of high ground, even though it can be easily shot into, so they're
hit any
a
of
little
those shots.
limited as well. I feel like we kind of,
Good.
I mean, not anymore. I mean, I was going to say we kind of hold the best position in these trees, but what I'm trying to communicate to the team here is to be patient
that
and
guy
wait
on
for
the
the
right.
other 2 teams to get engaged. Because as more people get impatient,
Guys, I have a drone ready.
they're going to get stressed and try to start shooting and essentially creating opportunities for us. So
done.
the call out just to play this position, play defensive, not make it easy for them to do damage to us. Maybe if they're trying to shoot at us, it'll open up angles for another team to shoot at them. So just try to play it cool. That's something I always try to remind myself when I'm getting
Just
into
play smart.
these
Just defend.
situations where, like, hey, we actually
you
might
don't have
win
to go
this
hot.
game.
If
Like,
you see them
what's the
Get
play?
in the
You
fight
know,
with each other.
and knowing that we
Green
very
light 'em.
well could win, also knowing that we could very well lose, and I can only do what I can do.
I have
So
an
I'm
EMP
just
for
going
that.
to take a deep breath and play calm, and that's what I'm trying to do for the team here. I feel like they're not really getting too aggressive or too excited. They're ultimately listening and not pushing. But I do have my EMP ready, and I'm just trying to get this drone into a
One on
good
the left.
safe spot. Looks like this team on the left is just down to 1 person. I believe it's a Bloodhound. And that's fine. Again, we don't want to overextend ourselves for 1 kill. We want to wait for the other team to get overextended and essentially
Yeah.
have that Bloodhound on our team, you know,
Just the one
even though
though.
he's technically not, but have him help us in the damage that we're going
One
to do to this
person.
next team. So knowing kind of where this last circle is going to be,
I
I'm
don't know.
putting, I don't want to give a spoiler, but I didn't know the other team was going to be at my drone here, but I'm very surprised that they didn't shoot it down at all in this altercation that we're about to have. But I was actually able to hit all 4 of remaining players with that EMP, which was awesome. I got a little excited and got smoked by
Whole
that
team
last
on my
guy.
drone.
But
gotta
obviously you
go
can see
with the
the other team just all clustered up in that corner on
You
telling
got
my
grenades, start
team
chucking them.
how many there are and where they're at. And then I didn't realize how many grenades I actually picked up. So good for me, I guess, in this position. There's been so many times though where I'll have, you know, 3 or 4 grenades and I never throw them.
They're
So like I'm just going to keep throwing these, and when I'm done throwing, then I'll go down. I was actually able to farm out about 200 or 300 damage with those grenades. What's funny, I was really confused
What's
here
going on?
because both my teammates were doing finishers on
How come you-
the final guys, and my fuse was doing a finisher on another fuse, and it looked like he was rezzing him. So very confusing on what was happening there at the end, but as you can see, we walked away
I
with the
thought you
win,
were
which is
reviving
ultimately
that
what we
fuse. I
wanted.
was like, what the hell was going on?
So yeah, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Appreciate your support. Catch you next week. I'm out.